Yes, my friend was at my man's house, parked in his driveway. Hey besties, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, make sure you guys subscribe and also give this video a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below, hit that bell so you can be notified for when I post the next video I post, because trust me, you do not want to miss it. And also make sure you guys go give your girl a follow on all of my social media accounts, will be in the description down below. So make sure you guys go give your girl a follow if you don't follow me already, because I'm very active on all of my social media accounts. As you guys can see by the title, today's video is the story time, and this story time is about the time where my so-called friend stole my man. So enough of the talking, let's get straight into this video. Okay y'all, so me and this girl were friends for about for a long time. I would say about like maybe 4 or 5 years ish, maybe longer. But me and her were friends for a long time, had been knowing each other for a whole long time. She knew my family, I knew her family, we knew each other's other friends, and we knew everything about each other. We both acted like she knew stuff about me, I knew stuff about her. We knew who each other was talking to and stuff like that. We weren't best friends, but we were very close friends, and we had been being friends for years at that point. This one day I told her, because you know it's my friend, I'm gonna tell my friend stuff. So I'm like, you know, me and what's his name going to be for this video, we're gonna give him the name Kaden. But me and Kaden have been knowing each other for a long time at this point, seeing each other a lot, talking all the time, FaceTime, on the phone, text all day, every day, from the morning till the time we go to sleep type stuff. So it's like we had been to each other, been around each other. She knew I was talking to him. She was around when I would talk to him. Like if I'm on the FaceTime with him, she would be around. It wasn't really a date. It's like we went over his house, and we all were in a parking lot, and he had a friend for her, and we all were in a parking lot just talking and chilling. Oh, and I forgot the name of my so-called friend, so we're gonna give her the name we're gonna give her the name Ashley. I don't know why, but we're gonna give her the name Ashley. Me, Kaden, Ashley, and the friend that he had for her. We all in a car, we're talking, we're laughing, we're just having a good time like usual. It's never bad vibes. Crazy is I never ever got that vibe that she liked him and she wanted to be with him. Mind you, me and him wasn't together, but it was like we were together. It's like we were together but we weren't together. I don't know, we never put a title on it, but everybody knew we were messing with each other and messing with each other real heavy. So it's like she knew and everybody else knew what we had going on. Whether we said we were boyfriend or girlfriend or not, it's like everybody knew. Like I just never got a vibe that she liked my man, and if I knew that, I would have cut both of them off, because y'all clearly like each other. But we're gonna get to that point. Me and Kaden have been talking for a long time, and I remember he told me on multiple occasions, like, don't trust her, she seemed like a snake, she seemed like she's gonna stab you in your back. She seemed like this, she seemed like a hoe, she seemed like this, that. I don't want you hanging around her. She's a hoe, she's gonna get you in some mess, she's gonna get you in trouble. He would just say so much stuff about her, and she would say stuff about him too. Like, I don't know, like if me and him had like an issue going on, she'd be like, you need to cut him off, you need to be done with him, let the next girl have him, all of this stuff. And it's like, whole time she was the next girl who wanted him. But we're gonna get to that. So she's saying all of this stuff to me, he's saying all of this stuff to me. Telling me this stuff for months now. It's not like it's something new. They both have been talking stuff about each other for a long time. But why would I pay attention to that? I'm like, okay, they act cordial in front of each other, but behind closed doors, both of them talk stuff about each other. But I never paid attention to it. Like, who would think their friend and their man would do something like that to them? Like, who would have thought? But it's like, that just showed me you can't trust people. You can't trust these dudes, these girls. You can't trust nobody. I mean, you really can't. Like I said, they both was talking about each other, and it came to the point where it was starting to be annoying. So I would tell him, like, why do you keep bringing her up? Why do you keep talking about her? Like, okay, I say I'm going to hang out with her, we're going to go do something, but I don't need you to say stuff. And then it's like, you saying she's a hoe and this and that. Like, how would you know? Because I never told you what she do. I never once told him what she doing, what she got going on. But whole time she really was a hoe. But I didn't tell him that. My friend got going on, I'm not gonna tell other people because that's me and my friend's business. She told me. So why would I tell you? Make it make sense. Check both of them and put both of them in their places. Like, why do y'all keep talking about each other? It's annoying. Like, leave me alone. You don't like him, he don't like you. Okay, problem solved. Like, who wants to keep hearing that all the time? It was starting to be like very, very annoying, and like, can y'all stop saying it? Both of them in their places. And after that, they really didn't say too much about each other, but it did get to a point in person where they would like argue about the dumbest stuff in the world. Like, dumb. She'd be like, Iyanna, do you want to go here? She not going with you, so y'all could go be hoes, so you could try to have her be a hoe with you, and just stuff like that. And just like, what are you talking about? Like, it just started to be little stuff like that. They would argue about the dumbest stuff ever, and it's like, why are y'all arguing? So at that point, I should have read into the signs. I should have read into the signs when they first started both talking about each other behind closed doors. That should have been red flag number one. And then they started arguing in person in front of me. I should have knew that they would do that to me, but I was wrong. So that's that incident that happened, but we're gonna get back to them. Let's go into another person. So me and this boy, we're gonna give him the name TJ. Me and TJ have been talking. We both went to the same school, and she knew this situation happened before, so I should have knew she would do this to me, but I don't know, I didn't pay too much into it. On dates, he was trying to do this and that with me, but it's like he wanted a relationship, but I didn't at the time. And at this point, this happened like a year or two ago, before the incident that I'm talking to y'all about now. So I was talking to him, she knew we was talking, he was planning dates, this, that, and that. Next thing you know, they started talking. And how I found out they started talking is because I had her Instagram on my page, because she logged into her Instagram. I had her Instagram on my page, and I'm on my account. And you know, if you are logged in on somebody's page, it used to be to, I don't know if it still is, but the messages will pop up. Like, I was on my page, but her messages will pop up. So I seen his Instagram name, and I knew what the Instagram name was. I seen the message pop up, and it said something about like, do you want to link again? And that right there just told me like, link again. And I know how you roll, so I know y'all definitely had sex. So it's like, him saying that to you is like, yeah, y'all definitely did something. So I never went to their messages, and I did bring it up to her, like, why is TJ texting you? She was like, oh, me and him linked, and she was just saying how it went. I was like, did y'all do something? She was like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, we did. And we kind of got into it, and we stopped talking for a few months. She said she would never do it again, so I let it go, because this is my friend. We've been friends for a long time, and I love her, care about her. I look at her as family. At that point, I felt like I just couldn't let her go. Like, as a friend, I couldn't do it. So now let's bring us back to this incident. So it was this one day, me and Ashley was supposed to go somewhere, and we were supposed to go to like a party. It wasn't a club, it was definitely like a party, because we were kids, but it was definitely a party. I don't remember if it was at an actual place or a house party. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was at an actual place. It's been a while, so yeah. I'm calling her, I'm texting her. 2 hours before, I had been told her like, okay, I'm getting ready at this time. You could come get me at this time. We could go, blah, 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 blah. And she was texting me back. We were talking. Mind you, that whole day, Kaden had not been answering my phone. I called him more than once. I text him. I blew his phone up. Let's just leave it at that. I'm just going to keep it 100 with y'all. I kept calling his phone. I kept texting his phone. He did not answer. He didn't answer at all. So I'm like, he's not answering the phone. He's being real, real sneaky. Like, what do you have going on? What are you doing? All day, no text, no call, no I'm busy, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And it's like, you didn't have nothing going on. He wasn't working, he was in school, but it's like, it's the summertime at this point, so what are you doing? It got to the point where she wasn't answering the phone. She didn't call me back, she didn't answer the phone. When I text her, she didn't text back. I'm like, hello, like I'm ready, I'm getting ready and stuff, and no response. What I did was call my other friend, who's my day one friend. Whenever I got something going on, she's there for me. I call her like, I need you, the girl's trying to fight me, she's there. So I called my friend, we talked on the phone, told her everything. I'm like, I don't know, lately I've been getting weird vibes from Ashley and Kaden. I don't know if they got something going on. I would hope not. Mind you, my friend, we're gonna give her the name Nikki, but Nikki did not play that, and she did not like Ashley, not even a little bit. When I'm talking about Ashley to her, she's already annoyed because she don't like her at all. So she came to my house, she picked me up, she was like, we about to see what's going on. We about to see if she's over there or not, because you feel like it's a vibe between them, so we about to find out. What I ended up doing was pulling up to his house. And guess whose car we seen in the driveway? We seen Ashley's car in his driveway. And yes, my friend was at my man's house, parked in his driveway. So, whew, this we seen her car. We know exactly what her car looked like. We know the car, we know the color, we know her license plate. Like, we know everything about her car. So what we did was we parked on, like, okay, so this how the streets is right here. Is like a house on this side, a house on this side. So his house is on this side and her car is right there, obviously. And we are right here, literally parked in front of the house, waiting for them to get out the house. Because it's like, okay, I see what y'all got going on. I know what it is now for sure. So now I'm about to confront y'all. We about to see how this is about to turn out. Eventually, after a while, I don't even remember how long we waited. We waited for a long time, maybe like 20 minutes, 20, 25, 30, something like that. But we waited for a minute. They finally came out. As soon as they came out, we hopped out the car. But my friend hopped out the car before I even hopped out. Like, when I say she's on go, she's on go. So she hopped out the car before I could even hop out the car. She got out the car, I got out the car. Went over to them and we started confronting them. So what is this? What do y'all have going on? It just like, she just came over here to get this and that. Like, she came over here to get what? It just was not making sense to me. What did she come over there to get, Kaden? What is it? What did she come over there to get? And that didn't even make sense. And she just looking stupid, looking like a deer in the headlights, just standing there like scared, shaking and shivering. Like, girl, you did what you did behind my back, so I'm gonna need you to, yeah. So she just quiet, scared, and he's doing all this talking. It's like, why isn't she talking? Like, y'all both got caught. Just fess up to it. Like, we've been messing with each other for this amount of time, blah 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 blah. Just say that instead of lying to my face like I'm dumb, like I'm about to believe you and take you back. No. And I'm like, and neither one of y'all been answering the phone. So I started cussing him out. Me and him started arguing because, like I said, he didn't call me that whole day, text me that whole day. But it's like, I see what you were doing now. So I started cussing him out. Then I started cussing her out. But my friend started fighting Ashley. So they broke out into a fight. And I'm just hyping my friend up. And he's trying to break the fight up. Like, no, don't get what she deserve. And that's what she get. Leave it alone. Let them fight it out. He's trying to protect her. Like, I just wanted to knock him upside his head, but break the fight up. Like, stop hitting her to my friend. Like, no, she need to hit her. Because if she didn't do it, I would have did it. She don't do talking. She just fight. I already didn't like Ashley. And in this situation, I'm her friend. If you didn't know, that's another thing. But if you did know, I just don't have respect for you as a woman, as a nobody. So it's like, I can't mess with you. You know, me and him didn't have a title, but everybody knew what we had going on. It's like, we were together. You might as well say we were together. And it's like, she knew that, but she still did what she did with him. As he's talking, he's telling on himself and he's telling everything because he's mad because my friend is beating her up. All the business. Yeah, that's why me and Ashley been talking to each other for this amount of time. We had been talking for like 2 months because at that point, me and him had been talking to each other for like 6 months, maybe a little over 6 months. That's why we've been talking and having sex for 2 months now. And I'm like, what? Like, me and him was not intimate at all. Never had sex with him. So it's like, okay, I see what you got going on, because I didn't want to have sex with you. You went to go have sex with my friend, and you probably had sex with other females too, because I didn't want to give it to you. And you wonder why I didn't want to give it to you, because I had a feeling that you was a hoe, and you really showed me that you was a hoe. So thank you for that. That's why I'm glad I never did nothing with him. I'm so glad I never did nothing with him. And she's denying, like, that didn't happen. Believe me, Iyanna, I swear me and him ain't never messed around with each other. All of this stuff. And I'm like, girl, I'm cussing her out, yelling at her, yelling at him, yelling at both of them. And then it got to the point, the fight ended up breaking up. They didn't fight for that long because he broke the fight up. But after a while, I was like, I'm not about to keep arguing with you. Ended up leaving. And while I was in the car, I blocked both of them. I blocked both of them. I blocked him on all social media. Blocked him on iMessage, her on Instagram and all social media, and I also blocked her number. So both of them were blocked on everything. So I blocked both of them and I left it alone. But did that stop him? No. He called me from no caller ID, begging for me to take him back, saying how sorry he is. And I ended up changing my number because it got to the point where it was just too much. So I changed my number, and still to this day, I haven't seen neither of them. I haven't talked to neither of them. I don't mess with them to this day. They're both weird and they deserve each other. So that's the story time about the time that my friend stole my man and she had to get beat up for it. It's not like I took all my anger out on her, anger out on both of them. So they both got cussed out the same amount. My friend did what she needed to do. She beat her up. So, I mean, it was a win-win situation for me because I let two toxic people out of my life. This is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. And I will catch you guys in the next video, period.